Hi everyone, welcome to another video here on She's Fit. You're training hard, counting your calories, and getting to bed early, but that stubborn belly fat just won't budge? The culprit might be that relaxing glass of wine at the end of the day. Today, we're diving into why alcohol, even in moderation, acts like a kill switch for fat burning for hours or even days, silently sabotaging all the hard work you're putting in at the gym. Before we dive in, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing, and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me keep bringing you this life-changing content. Trust me, here at She's Fit, you're going to discover how to transform your body the right way. So, let's get into it. Before we start, I need to share something that has made all the difference for me. You know those days when you try hard but feel like your body just isn't responding the way it should? Well, I found out that sleep has way more impact on weight loss than I ever imagined. That's when I discovered Sleep Lean, a natural supplement specially designed to help women burn fat while they sleep. Yes, while they sleep. It's not a miracle, of course, but when combined with good nutrition and the right habits, the results are amazing. I personally felt my body lighter, my belly less bloated, and a different kind of energy just within the first few weeks. I'll leave the link here in the description so you can check all the details after the video. Trust me, it was a game changer for me. Now, let's get back to the video content. Unlike proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, which have dedicated storage pathways like muscle glycogen or adipose tissue, your body views alcohol as an invading toxin that must be expelled immediately. The moment you take that first sip, your digestive system and liver enter a state of red alert. Alcohol is converted into acetaldehyde, a highly reactive and toxic substance, and then into acetate. Here is where the real trouble begins. Acetate is an incredibly easy fuel for your body to burn. Being the efficiency machine that it is, your body decides to use it as its primary energy source over anything else. This creates what we call a metabolic hierarchy. Think of your body as having a to-do list for burning energy. When alcohol enters the scene, it jumps the line and takes the number one spot. Because the body has no way to store alcohol, it halts lipid oxidation, the technical term for fat burning, almost instantly. If you ate a healthy dinner with lean proteins and healthy fats before that drink, you need to know that your food won't be used for energy right now. Instead, it is sent straight to storage your fat cells because your liver is 100% occupied with processing the alcohol. But the roadblock doesn't disappear when your glass is empty. As long as alcohol byproducts are circulating in your system, your fat-burning switch remains in the off position. Studies show that consuming just 2 drinks can slash your fat-burning capacity by up to 73% for several hours. This means that the intense cardio session you did this morning or the strict diet you followed all day is being chemically neutralized. You enter a state of metabolic paralysis, where your body is focused solely on surviving the toxin. This creates a biological blockade that lasts much longer than your buzz, dragging your metabolism down through the entire next day. For women, the hormonal impact of alcohol isn't just a minor detail, it is the single hardest blow to any weight loss plan. Alcohol acts directly on your HPA axis, the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis, drastically spiking your levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. High cortisol is a catastrophic signal for the female body. It has a direct affinity for fat receptors in the visceral region. This means it literally commands your body to take any available energy and store it deep between your organs, creating that stubborn hard belly fat that is not only the most dangerous for your health but also the most frustrating to lose aesthetically. Beyond cortisol, alcohol brutally interferes with the regulation of estrogen, the female master hormone. It inhibits the aromatase enzyme and overburdens the liver, the very organ responsible for metabolizing and filtering excess estrogen out of your system. When your liver is preoccupied with processing drinks, old estrogen recirculates in your bloodstream, leading to a state of estrogen dominance. This imbalance makes muscle definition nearly impossible and triggers severe water retention, that bloated feeling, and inflamed cellulite that shows up the very next morning. You're not just carrying water weight, you're dealing with a hormonal system in complete chemical disarray. The scenario gets even worse when we look at female testosterone. Yes, we need it too to maintain muscle tone and torch fat, but alcohol slashes these levels, leaving your metabolism sluggish and your muscles feeling soft. So, understand this: when you drink, you aren't just consuming empty calories. You are sending a potent, destructive chemical signal that reprograms your body to store fat preferentially in your stomach, hips, and thighs. You are quite literally switching off your burn biology and switching on your storage biology, sabotaging your natural calorie burning cycle for up to 48 hours after your last sip. There is a dangerous myth that alcohol is a sedative that helps you sleep. While it might shorten the time it takes for you to pass out due to its depressant effect on the central nervous system, what happens once you close your eyes is a biological disaster. Alcohol completely wrecks your sleep architecture, almost entirely eliminating REM, rapid eye movement sleep. REM is the deepest, most restorative stage. It's where emotional regulation happens, where memories are consolidated, and most importantly for us, where the bulk of hormonal recovery and protein synthesis occurs. Without REM, your body never enters the repair mode necessary to build lean muscle or burn fat efficiently. This lack of quality sleep triggers a hormonal cascade the next day that completely annihilates your willpower. Alcohol dysregulates two critical hormones: ghrelin, the I'm hungry hormone, and leptin, the I'm full hormone. After a night of drinking, your ghrelin levels skyrocket while your leptin plummets. The result? You wake up with an insatiable chemical hunger. It's not that you're weak. It is that your brain is screaming for quick energy to compensate for the cellular exhaustion of a poor night's sleep. To make matters worse, just one night of alcohol-disrupted sleep causes temporary insulin resistance. This means that the next day, any carbs you eat are much more likely to be stored as fat because your cells can't process glucose correctly. You enter a state of uncontrollable cravings for calorie-dense, greasy, and sugary foods, what we call hangover munchies. You end up overeating not because of a lack of discipline, but because your biochemistry has been hijacked. Your brain is desperately trying to find the dopamine and energy in sugar that it failed to restore during the night, creating a self-sabotage cycle that can ruin an entire week of dieting in just 24 hours. If you're chasing that toned, defined look with firm curves, you need to understand one thing: alcohol is the ultimate muscle killer. Many women believe the only issue with drinking is the calories, but the real damage happens inside your muscle tissue. Alcohol directly inhibits the mTOR pathway, which is the master switch that turns on protein synthesis in your body. This means if you crushed a heavy workout in the morning, tore those muscle fibers, and gave it your all, but then decided to have drinks at night, you just cut the communication between your workout and your results. Basically, you sent the order for your muscles to grow and tighten, and alcohol went in and canceled the order. The workout you did might have been, quite literally, a waste of time. Beyond stopping the construction of new tissue, alcohol is a powerful dehydrator, but we're not talking about typical thirst. It causes intracellular dehydration. Since muscles are roughly 75% water, when those cells lose fluid to alcohol, your muscles wither. This is exactly why, after a weekend of drinking, you look in the mirror and feel soft or flat, even if the number on the scale hasn't changed much. Your skin suffers too. It loses its glow, elasticity, and that healthy look, making fine lines and cellulite much more visible. The long-term danger is even more silent and devastating. When you constantly sabotage your lean muscle maintenance, your basal metabolic rate beamer drops. Muscle is metabolically expensive tissue. It burns calories even while you're sleeping. Without dense, actively mass, your resting metabolism becomes sluggish. Over time, you enter a dangerous cycle where you have to eat less and less, or spend more and more time on the treadmill just to avoid gaining weight. You end up becoming skinny fat, low weight on the scale, but with a high body fat percentage and zero firmness, all because alcohol prevented your gym effort from turning into real muscle. Many women think they ray being smart by swapping a beer or a sugary cocktail for a so-called fit drink, like a gin and soda with stevia or a tequila shot with lime. They think, if there's no sugar, it won't make me gain weight. But here is the cold, hard truth the industry doesn't tell you. The calories in ethanol itself are extremely dense. Alcohol contains 7 calories per gram, which puts it almost on the same level as pure fat at 9 calories and way above proteins and carbs, which only have 4. When you drink, you're ingesting a ghost macronutrient that offers zero satiety, builds no tissue, and provides no high-quality, usable energy. The real danger for the modern woman is what I call frequent moderation. If you consume alcohol in a moderate but constant way, say, a glass or 2 of wine 4 times a week, you never give your liver a chance to finish its housekeeping duties. Your liver is your body's primary chemical lab. When it's preoccupied with processing ethanol, it stops processing other nutrients and metabolizing fat efficiently. This creates a state of chronic low-grade inflammation. Your body interprets this inflammation as a constant state of stress, keeping your immune system on high alert and spiking inflammatory markers that act as a total blockade to weight loss. Furthermore, having alcohol constantly in your system shuts down vital biological processes like autophagy, which is your cell's self-cleaning mechanism. Without autophagy, your cells become cluttered with metabolic debris, which drastically slows down fat loss. You could be in a perfect calorie deficit on paper, following your diet to a T, but if alcohol is a frequent guest, your metabolic engine is essentially clogged. This is exactly why so many women feel like their weight has stalled the dreaded plateau even when they rate doing everything right. They are keeping their bodies in a permanent inflammatory state where the priority is survival, not aesthetic fat burning. To break through this plateau without having to socially isolate yourself or give up every pleasure in life, you need to understand the science of timing and damage control. If you've decided you're going to have a drink, your strategy must start hours before that first glass. Drinking plenty of water between drinks isn't just a health glitch. It's a physiological necessity to help your kidneys filter toxins and, more importantly, to maintain blood volume and reduce the systemic inflammatory response that causes bloating. Aggressive hydration can be the difference between waking up with a face distorted by water retention or waking up ready to take on the day. Another fundamental pillar is what you eat beforehand. Never drink on an empty stomach or while only snacking on simple carbs. Prioritizing a dense meal rich in fiber and high-quality protein before you start drinking creates a gastric lining that slows down alcohol absorption in the small intestine. This prevents a massive insulin spike and gives your liver a fighting chance to process the ethanol in a less traumatic way. Additionally, supplementing with antioxidants and a B complex before bed can help replenish the micronutrients that alcohol literally steals from your cells during the metabolization process. However, we have to be real here at She's Fit. If your goal is a high-level physical transformation, or if you've been stuck for months, damage control only goes so far. The cold, hard truth for anyone seeking peak aesthetic performance is that sometimes you just have to hit the reset button. Periods of total abstinence like a 21 or 30-day challenge are powerful tools to recalibrate your hormonal receptors, de-inflame your fat tissue, and allow your liver to regain its full capacity to prioritize fat burning. This hormonal detox clears the path so that when you do return to occasional drinking, your body actually has the metabolic resilience to handle it without instantly storing it as fat. Fat loss is about biology, not just calorie math. If you feel like you've hit a wall, try cutting out alcohol for 1 month and watch your body finally respond to your workouts. Balance is important, but understanding exactly how every sip affects your cells is what gives you the power to choose. I'll see you in the next video as we continue to transform your body and your mind. And don't forget the tip I gave you at the beginning. If you need to lose weight, click the link in the video description and get Sleep Lean right now. It might be exactly what is missing in your journey. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe here to She's Fit, and share this video to help the channel grow. Also, let me know in the comments what kind of content you want to see next to help you on your weight loss journey.